Good evening and welcome to Mystery Card Class, where we follow the clues to make a card. I'm Nancy Dodge from YB Stamp. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And let's just jump right into the clues, shall we? Alrighty, clue number 1. We have our paper, our cardstock, our 11 by 5.5 cardstock, and my trimmer. And it says to, well, one of the nice things about the Stampin' Up! Trimmer is this folds right out so that you can get a more accurate measurement beyond 6 inches, which is great. Alright, so I'm not going to use this one because that one cuts, and this one scores. So it says to score it at 2.5. So find 2.5. Score, and 6 3/4. 6 3/4, and score. And then I'm going to swing this back in, and it says to fold the flaps in. So I just want to make sure everything's even. Because sometimes they go a little wonky. Alright, so there's my card. Alright, clue number 2. Mark 2.5 inch section, which is here, 2 inches from the bottom. I'm going to take this again just for marking purposes. I'm going to take a pencil, and I want to mark it 2 inches from the bottom, which is here. It doesn't matter exactly, to be totally honest with you. And then using your trimmer, cut from that mark up to the top fold. So I'm going to put it in my trimmer and mark the top fold and the pencil line. And cut. Can save that for something else. Alright, I can put my trimmer away. Let's see. Clue number 3. Adhere cut section along the bottom with tear and tape. I'm going to pull out my tear and tape. Put it along the bottom. Find the end first. Believe it or not, this tear and tape is left over from a paper pumpkin. For those of you that aren't familiar with paper pumpkin, it's a monthly subscription to a craft box from Stampin' Up! It's mostly cards, but not always. Sometimes they're boxes, sometimes they're something else. But anyway, the tear and tape is actually from that, left over, which is nice. If you want any more information on Paper Pumpkin, it's on my website, ybstamp.com. And here, I'm just going to take my bone folder and press to make sure it stays. All right, there's clue number 3. Let's see, clue number 4. Adhere the DSP, so it's 5 1/4 by 4, to the front of the card, which is this flap side, because this is on the inside left. I didn't write that in the clues. I should have, but I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. So I did a venue yesterday, and I taught a bunch of people how to stamp and use Stampin' Seal. It was pretty exciting. So hopefully I have some stampers in the making. That would be nice because I love this. In fact, one of the gals said to me, "This is so relaxing." I said, "I know, isn't it?" That's one of the reasons that I love to do it. Alrighty. Stamp and adhere images / dies, whichever you chose from the list of supplies that I gave you, to the front of your card. So, let's see. I have these pieces that I thought I would use. Now these were the edges, but I thought I could somehow finagle it so that the edges were hidden. So I think I'll do it like that. And then, oh, I didn't pull out a banner for my sentiment. Put all my supplies up there. Let's see, how about, I seem to have a whole bunch of birthdays, so let's do happy birthday. So I'm just going to pull out a piece of some white cardstock. Find my happy birthday. Put it on a block. And I'm trying to remember what colors these all are. I know this is fresh freesia. I think I will use the coral, Calypso Coral, to do my sentiment. Sorry for the noise. All my inks are just behind my camera. All right. Stamp it. There I go. Close my ink. Clean my stamp. So you may have noticed that these stamps have a little red tinge to them. Any of the polymer stamps tend to pick up the red and hold it. It doesn't bother me, but anyway, I think I will cut that out with, again, sorry for the noise, but my punches are also behind my camera. So I'm going to cut this out. You just put it in there. Cut it. And then I think this piece, I hope this piece is big enough. Might not be. Let me find another piece. So this is my bucket of scraps. And it gets used a lot. I try to keep everything together so that when I need it, there it is. I never throw anything away. Alright. I love this double oval punch. I'm just going to put this together. Alright. There's my sentiment. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of these and arrange them so that they hide that little edge. But I like getting every little bit of paper out that I can of the designer series paper because it's so pretty. You got to use it. All right. Let's see how these go. Trying to, I don't want to. Yeah. Hide all those cut pieces. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on my banner and this last flower. So this set is the Pansy Patch, which has been in the catalog for quite a while because it's so popular. There. Hide that. pop on my banner. Okay, so that's the front of my card. Next, see what clue number 6 is. Clue number 6, stamp my white 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece of cardstock. So because I did happy birthday, I want to do a sentiment. So this says, wishing you a little extra happiness just because you're you. So that's what I'll put on the inside. Get my ink. Ink up. Tap, tap, tap. Center it. There we go. Close my ink. I'm going to clean my stamp. This is just the Stampin' Up Simple Chamois, and I just wet it. This isn't dirty, it's actually just stained, but it gets it clean. See? All clean. Okay, and then adhere to the inside right. Get my Stampin' Seal out again. Put it on the inside right. There we go. Alrighty. Let's move on to number 7. Adhere the 4 1/2 inch by 1 3/4 DSP to the 5 by 2 inch cardstock. Well, that's what I'm going to do. Whoops, I suppose I should use the same side. It would probably look pretty either way. Maybe I'll use that side. It'll be pretty. Because it's from the same piece, it's just the opposite side if you notice. That's what's great about this designer series paper. You could just use either side. It says to evenly space it at the bottom, so don't center it. Looks like it's a little too short. Must have messed up on my measurements, which I've been known to do, but that's alright. It'll still look pretty. Alright, clue number 8. Adhere images or die cuts to your assembly. So I have another pansy. Thought I had 2. Now I don't see the other one. It's MIA. Do you have that? Oh, here it is. I have both of them. I don't know. Maybe I'll just put the one on because I like the fresh freesia on the fresh freesia. Alright, how's that? We did a little Father's Day and thank you cards. That's why this is here. I haven't had a chance to change my splat mat. But that's what this is here for, to practice stamping. I don't know if you guys do that when you're stamping. But, you know, I stamp right on here to test, get the feel of things. Any new stamps that you want to make sure, gather all the ink. It's a perfect place to do it. Alright, clue number 9. Using Trio Punch, trim corners of top. I don't know if any of you guys have this. If you don't, you can either leave it or trim it yourself. I'm just cutting the top corners. And then the middle. So this also has a hole punch. See, just the hole. So you center it, push it all the way up, and center it, and push down. There we go. Add ribbon. So I have my 8-inch piece of ribbon here. I'm just going to push it through. This hole is nice and big, so you don't need anything tricky to run your ribbon through. Hello, Carolyn. Alright. So there's my ribbon on my piece. Alright. Clue number 10. Where's my card? So as you can see, this is a bookmark. So tuck your bookmark into the pocket. Now you could also put a gift card in here if you wanted. Or maybe some money. Fold it in half. Stick some money in there. Good thing to do for teachers. Embellish as desired. I think I'm going to put some bling on there. Let's see what I have that I like. Without making too much noise with the wrappers. I think I'll put some of these little pearls on. Alright. There we go. I mean, you could tuck this into your card so that they don't see it. But there's my ta-da mystery card. Alrighty. So this is the one that we just did. I'm going to show you some others that I've done. Try to inspire you for some different ideas. So the first one that I did with the new zoo paper. And I just fussy cut him out. And the reason that I picked this, and this is from the Circle Sayings, but the reason that I picked him is because also in that zoo DSP, they had the bear reading a book. So there's my little bookmark. So that's why I did that one. And then I did this one because to me you read under the stars, right, when you go camping. This was the first one I did, sorry. And I didn't like that on this side, so I changed the pattern to do it on the other side. But there's just a little hiker bookmark. And then I did this one. And this is from the In the Moment stamp set. And I just left that plain. So there we have 4 mystery cards with little bookmarks. And I hope you can make some maybe as some teacher thank yous, and whether it's a bookmark, you could even put a gift card in them for a bookstore to go with it, or a coffee shop, you know, kind of read a book and get a cup of coffee. This is a great time to do that for teachers. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me this evening. I hope that you get a chance to make some of these cards. I would love to see them, so please post them in the comments. I'm going to post a picture of all 4 of these cards, and please post your creations along with it because I really do like seeing them. All right, I'll see you next Sunday for Back to Basics. Until then, happy stamping.